Introducing one of the most open-ended maths manipulatives made from eco-friendly bamboo, P2P counter. This versatile teaching resource can be used in many different ways and can represent number on both a two-dimensional and three-dimensional plane. The chunky and tactile size of the pieces encourage learning through play and help to build key fine motor skills when manipulated. As well as for explorative play, the board is also ideal for modelling in front of small groups. And when written on with the chalky pastels, the write-on wipe-off blackboard surfaces can be used to assign different values to the pegs, rods and frame, enabling you to cover a wide range area of maths with a single resource. This open-endedness helps to make this resource multifunctional and relevant for all levels of primary education. See how effective the board is for teaching these early years pupils step counting.
Fill up this one and this one. So what comes after 8? Let's do on our fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Look how visual the number rods are for the children, helping them to clearly identify the next number in the sequence. The scale of the rods allow the whole table to engage with the teacher and make their own observations.
Okay, so another reason why you think maybe the purple one is 9 and not the black one?
Because the black one is taller than the purple one.
The entire group benefit from one pupil's discovery, as the knowledge is now shared. This also helps to close the gap between the fast learners and the ones that require more support. The linear rods and pegs, with their colour scheme, help the children to clearly grasp the concept that 9 is one more than 8. The representation of number can be presented in different formats using this resource. Providing pupils with lots of different representations is critical to their understanding. In line with this idea, we advise that you use P2P CountUp alongside other maths resources to achieve the best outcome. Let's get back to the classroom. As the pegs are placed into the rod one by one, the children can count along with the teacher, helping to cement the learning.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got one more to go. So what on earth could this be?
10.
Do you think it is?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's slide it in, see if it fits. Ooh, let's count it. 1, 2.
The group work is both stimulating and engaging, and will help to lay good foundations during this critical stage of their development.
You know that 9 and one more is 10. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Here is another early years activity, exploring number bonds to 8. The children are asked to present 8 fingers, then the holes on the 8 rod are counted to confirm the number. The pegs and rods can be stacked on top of one another. As we build upwards from the 8, this will naturally present us with various number bond configurations. We can use this representation to challenge the children's understanding.
I'm going to need 6 to make 8, so you're telling me that 6 and 2 makes 8?
Here, one of the children has managed to identify the number bond which goes with the 2 to make 8. Again, the teacher and pupils can count the pegs as they are placed to verify the answer.
Count with me.
This activity engages all of the children, including the SEND pupils present in the group.
Cassidy, look like you were right. You told me 2 and 6 makes 8. Yes!
After a number of layers have been built, a pattern begins to emerge which help the children to work out the next layers.
I've got 5. 3. How did you know that, Dulcie? Yes, you can see there's 3 here, and look, 5 and 3 are here.
The rods and pegs are great for teaching children to recognise underlying patterns, which will go on to help develop their mental calculation skills. It is good to mix up the colours as the children progress to make it more challenging.
What's your number sentence? How many green have you got?
That's 5 actually.
How many green have you got?
2.
How many yellow have you got?
5.
Count them.
This pupil is finding this number sentence activity challenging, as 2 and 6 are typically represented by blue and brown.
4, 5, 6.
what's your number sentence?
So,
What do you start with?
Moving further up the school, the resources are brilliant at simplifying additive relationships. All of the number sentences listed below can be better understood by referencing this representation. This understanding can then be translated into solving missing number equations like this one. 3 equals 7 minus 4. There are so many more ways in which these resources can be used, such as reflective symmetry, continuing patterns, and geometry, to name a few. Let's round off this video by listing some key points. P2P CountUp is an invaluable teaching companion and a hands-on apparatus for children to learn through exploratory play, whilst building their fine motor skills. It is multifunctional and can be used to teach all age groups. It will improve the effectiveness of the other maths resources you already have in your setting. It will help to close the gap between the fast and slower learners in the group and provides all-inclusive teaching for SEND pupils to benefit from as much as the rest of the class. The resources are durable, hard-wearing and made from sustainable materials.
for those that haven't kind of got the number quite yet, the pattern really helps to sort of set it in stone. And we can then use that alongside the Numicon and do a similar activity. You referring back to this, that they can see that it's true no matter what they use, that still makes 8. And different children need to see it in different ways, don't they? So what works for one child won't always work for another child. So lots of children like the shapes of the Numicon pieces, but similarly other children like to see it in a straight line and find it easier to visualise that way. So because we're using it alongside other resources, it means that everybody's got a good chance of understanding what it is that you're trying to get across.
It has to be very practical at this age, and we love this because it's so visual. But the children really like it, and you probably heard from the video they could spot the colours. They knew, oh no, that's black, that's a 10. You know, so they can see they've seen the patterns. Like they take the feet and fit as well, because it's I like the fit. I mean, I'm quite tactile sort of, but the children they love it, don't they? They really like it's really there, you know. It's solid and